Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. All right, I just saw an article on my news feed. So the government shutdown ended a few days ago, and a lot of government employees are getting their back pay from the work they did during the shutdown if they were essential. And I read this. I was just reading this feel-good story that the TSA agents who worked during the shutdown and didn't call off sick will be getting a $10,000 bonus in addition to their back pay. Now, seemingly feel-good story, right? I say it's not, and here's why. First of all, the obvious: the $10,000. Where does it come from? It comes from you and me. I'll state that obvious fact first. But more important than that is who worked through the government shutdown despite not getting pay and not calling off sick. It's probably going to be the TSA agents who were somewhat better off, right? The people who are doing it as a hobby, they'll never call off no matter what happens to the government, right? The people who maybe they do it for nefarious purposes, right? Imagine somebody was actually trying to steal contraband from our luggages, right? Somebody stealing marijuana from everybody's bag, confiscating it and putting it in their pocket, and that's where their real money is. Oh, they'll go in every day of the week. They might even pay to go work, right? I'm exaggerating here, but you can imagine people work for TSA for all sorts of reasons, right? But I think the $10,000 bonuses are disproportionately going to be going to agents who need it the least. And especially people who are doing it as side income or even as a hobby, maybe, right? Let's face it, at every job there's going to be people like that, right? And those people probably are the last people to call in sick and the last people to need the income, right? I thought I would point that out, but more generally, a lot of times when I see feel-good stories, beneath the surface is something that is being covered up, right? Now, do I think these people don't deserve bonuses? Not necessarily that, but the bigger issue is how do we prevent another shutdown or another government disagreement going forward, right? And also the people who actually did have to call off sick in order to work a second job, I think they deserve some kind of bonus too, right? After all, people weren't calling in sick just to call in sick, right? This wasn't a case of there's something undesirable at work, I'm going to call in sick, right? This was a lot of I'm going to call in sick so I can work a different job to make up for the lost income, or I can't even afford to put gas in my car to get to work because I'm not being paid, right? This was a lot of that, right? All right, but beneath the surface of a lot of feel-good stories, I notice a lot of anomalies like this. This is only one example, right? So, for example, I talk about a lot on my channel single bias and how singles have their own challenges. And when I hear family-oriented workplaces, I see that we're forgetting a large segment of the population. And forgive me for that, but I'm very good at looking at a headline and seeing beneath the surface. As soon as I opened I didn't even have to open the article. TSA agents who worked through the lockdown get a $10,000 bonus. I immediately saw the discrepancy. Immediately. That's how good I am at that. I think it's because I'm autistic. I don't get easily drawn in with big emotional words like that, right? Am I emotional that somebody who worked through the government shutdown got 10,000? Yeah, maybe, but I see it for what it is, right? I'm not confused by it, right? All right, thought I would point out the discrepancy there. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.